Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Across the Project Metal Across the Project Metal Music YouTube channel with your host Ell and Lisaboo. So, guys, welcome to Saturday Night Podcast number 9. So, welcome, Lisa.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. So, one quick question: how did you find last week's show with Mick Michaels from Corners Sanctuary?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
been listening to his music? To Corners music?
When I can, I do.
How do you how do you find it?
I
Do you
like
like it?
it. I like it a lot. I love 80s, 90s, metal. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Right, guys. I'm gonna be reviewing 3 bands. Yeah, today as usual. One band I chose myself because about 3 4 hours prior to going live, um, a band that I've been following for 7 8 years now just dropped a new song called "A Million Light Years." The band is called Driven Serious, and damn, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. And Lisa Boo sent over a couple of songs, a couple of bands. Uh, get my notes up. Um, let me see. Conflagration and their song Chain Reaction. And I hope I pronounce this right. Lisbeth, correct me if I get it wrong. Daughtry,
Daughtry.
yeah,
Yeah.
and their song Pieces. Lisa, when we come to the last two songs, last two bands. Uh, well, obviously, can you fill us in with any information from them?
Okay.
Yes. Right. Right. Uh, right. Driven Serious. Now, prior to the show, I sent Lisa the link to the video. Um, we'll get to her thoughts of not only the band but the song itself. So now I've been following this band, like I said, for about 7 8 years now, and yeah, when I heard this song "A Million Light Years," first saw it, I was like, "Oh, okay." When I heard it, I was like, "Whoa, Rob!" Rob's the main guy in the video, the main guy, Rob Jones, brilliant singer. He put driven he put the band together, brilliant musicians, with their brilliant musicians, and yeah, I've seen him live a couple of times, and the band is sort of like a folk rock band,
Yeah.
and yeah, well, I get to the song, and I will put the link the in the chat there if you want to like actually watch the video itself. It starts off with a brilliant acoustic guitar played by Rob, and which is absolutely brilliant. The subject matter of the song is absolutely the way he did it is absolutely brilliant. Then it's sort of like we cut after about a couple of seconds, about 20 seconds, kicks in with a cello and a double bass and a violin. It, the combination of those of the stringed instruments is absolutely brilliant, and with Rob's distinct vocals, it's just I was just there listening to it. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god. He's actually wrote a brilliant song. He's arranged it absolutely amazing. He's, you know what I mean, the way he looks directly in the video, you can see he looks directly in. He's sitting on a rock on a beach. He looks directly into the camera whilst he's singing, and he draws you in, literally draws you in into the song.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then sort of like round about in the middle of the song, the drums kick in only for like a short amount of time, where he picks up the pace and he slows it back down again to finish the song out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the song is absolutely stunningly gorgeous. It's stunningly gorgeous. And it's just like, yeah, it is absolutely brilliant. So, Lisa, what's your thoughts on Driven Serious and the
It's
song In Million
beautiful.
Light Years?
It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful song. It's emotional, but yet it's kind of whimsical in a way. The video itself was different because there he is on the beach, right? And it almost made it feel like it was like a million miles, like the song, like yeah, it was beautiful how it was arranged, and like you said, with the violins, and I wasn't expecting that, but all of a sudden, this beautiful music just started going.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like I said, I've seen him live a couple of times, and what you hear on the and what you heard on the videos or the CDs or other stuff. Yeah, they're actually there on stage with them, with the cellos, with the double basses, with the violins and everything. They are actually there on stage with them. They're not just some random stuff that you get off like samples. They are actually there. They are real musicians. They are absolutely brilliant musicians, and they are there
Mhm.
live on stage with them.
Yeah. And I bet you they're amazing in live,
Oh yes,
right? Yeah.
oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. They are amazing, amazing live. They are
Yeah.
amazing, a brilliant band, brilliant band. And yeah, I know it's got a couple of I know the band's been from what I've been reading, they are doing a couple of folk festivals up and down the country, up and down the UK, from what I've been reading.
Cool.
So yeah, so guys, if you ever get the chance, go over to Driven Series Facebook page, Driven Series. Actually, if you go to go to Prayer Driven Series, the link on Facebook, they will have all the dates there for any tours, any gigs coming up, for festivals, stuff like that. They're going to be there. They're going to be having all the line up there. So the next band is Conflagration. Let me just get my notes up. Yeah, Conflagration with their song Chain Reaction. Just bear with me for 1 second. Now I like this band. I really like this band. They're really cool. Now, I like the song Chain Reaction. Got my notes here on my phone. Has a fast-paced tempo from the beginning. There is some really cool, really powerful drums and bass, uh, like going throughout the song, and they're full on. There's also I forgot to write it down. There's some like sort of like a little drum solo in the song as well, which is really cool, really cool. Let me see. There's some really cool guitars on the song as well, and the guitars also have some solos there as well. It's really good, really good. The vocalist absolutely brilliant. Now, let me see. I'll just wrote down in shorthand. Now, the whole, in general, I'm not saying it's exactly, but to a point, the whole song reminds me of sort of like early Megadeth, early Metallica. But like you're talking something like uh, Peace Sells Who's Buying, or um, Ride the Lightning type of thing. That type of era.
Yeah.
Like mid 80s, something like that. Now,
Yeah.
that's I was like, I could be completely wrong, but that's sort of like, that's the song just reminds me of sort of like mid 80s Megadeth, Metallica.
Yeah.
So
Well, that
yeah,
was some.
so yeah,
That was some of their basically their what they grew up with and what they started playing with, right? This band. So I can see why they might have a bit of that in their music, right? Because that's
yeah,
what that was some of the music that they grew up listening to. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I can see that. I know there's like a lot of bands out there, especially bands that have been coming out over the last 20, 25 years, possibly even bands coming out in like late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah.
where they basically cite bands such as like Def Leppard or Anthrax or Slayer or Megadeth
Yeah.
or Metallica, like people, like Maiden, Motorhead, Zeppelin, the Doors or whoever it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do sort of like hear uh, elements from those bands incorporating that into these bands' music.
Hmm.
So
Which makes sense, because if that's basically their music idols, then they would have that kind of a flair to their music in some way, right?
oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
Have you
that
got any? Yeah,
they're from Russia, that
Russia.
band. Yeah.
Oh,
That
right.
yeah, that kind of surprised me, but they're from Russia.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, I'll put the link to their um, video um, chain reaction in the chat there. So if you want to watch it, please do. Right, get my notes back up again. Right, Daughtry and their song Pieces.
Hmm.
Another cool band, and the song Pieces is a really good song. No, I do like the song. Let me see. It's got some really good guitars on, and yeah, from the get, really some really good, strong, cool guitars from the get go, from the start,
Yeah.
and they go throughout the song. The drums are good, the bass is solid, and both bass and drums really drive the song along. You might that what I've been hearing from what I've heard of the song. Keys, the keyboardist, really cool. They fills out the song with all the what they can't really put in with like 46 piece orchestra type of thing. So the vocalist, well, damn, he's good. He's properly good.
Yeah.
Chris Daughtry,
Yeah.
he's really good. And the pieces, the song pieces, he really, really, really draws you draws you into the actual song and what he's actually battling with, like obviously with his inner demons and everything.
Yeah.
And he's sort of like well, in the start of the video, he's driving a car and he crashes, and he sort of like gets goes down into like a own personal type of hell, and he's sort of like fighting his inner demons type of thing, and he sort of like really draws you into the song and what he's actually battling against.
Yeah.
And yeah, he sort of like really draws you in with his vocals,
Yeah.
really, with the subject matter. So yeah, really good song. So what I'll do is, if you want to watch this, if you want to watch the song, guys, please do. I put the link into the chat there, so by all means, please go and check out the songs. So yeah, Lisa, have you got any information on Daughtry?
Oh, do I ever? I really wanted to share this band with you because this is one of my all-time favorite bands. I'll tell you that right now. And I really wanted to share it with you because I've been listening to his music, since probably about 2006. He was on season 5 of American Idol, and he was a finalist in American Idol. So
Cool.
I followed him from when he was just, like he had his own little band, and he was doing his thing, and then he went on American Idol, and it was just like his wings opened up, and I followed him since, right? And it's just been amazing to watch, and listen to his music, and how it's blossomed basically over the last 18 years, I'd say. So
Cool.
I wanted to share it with you because he's one of my favorite singers, number one, but just his vocal talent is just amazing to me, and the whole band itself is amazing.
Yeah.
But him as a singer is just, it blows me away, his range and what he can do with his voice. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah, I've listened to the pieces a couple of times, and I could tell that he's got talent in his vocals, in his vocal range and everything. That's what I said about he actually draws you in.
Yeah.
it draws you into the subject matter he's trying to convey in the song, and he actually draws you in, and he actually he sort of like, oi, come here, grabs you by the scruff of the neck, and then literally drags you in, and he says, you've got to listen to this, and he's absolutely brilliant. I like a singer who's sort of like gets an audience and literally sort of like draws you in, if you know what I mean. It gets you invested in what they're doing. It gets you invested into the music, gets you invested into the songs, and that's what I like. That's why I like the Daughtry. I like the song pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and pretty much all of his music, like he puts his heart in his songs, right? And you can feel it. You can feel the passion that he has for his music, and you can just, when he sings, it's just like you can feel that energy and that passion that he has for the song. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, it's like, that's the thing with like I said, with any musician, doesn't matter if it's a singer or a guitarist or a celloist, whoever it is, if they've got like the passion and their drive to actually like perform well, write music well, and actually whatever it is, and literally as long as they sort of like drags you in, if they're good, really good, they literally drag you in, and you can feel the passion. You can feel the passion for it.
Yeah.
And it's the same with like it's like with conflagration driven series and Daughtry. The literally drew you in into their like stuff like that, into their music, into their sort of like little world, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. 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 That's when I pick songs, it's because they have that feeling to me, and they have that emotion and that, that passion that comes out, whether it's, like Driven Serious, where it's more of a folk kind of a song, but you can still feel that, that passion for his music and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, guys, if you ever want to listen to the songs that we've been that we've reviewed today, what I'll do is after the show, I will put them in the description below. So yeah, go check them out, guys. It will probably be later on tonight or in the morning on Sunday morning, my UK time, when I put them in. So don't. But I will. The links are in the chat, in the live chat there. So if you want to check them out, please do. So yeah, right, Lisa, Lisa, you've been on a journey through time and space.
Oh yeah.
With the author Remini Feist, and you've basically been reading the books. Now, where are you up to?
I've been slow. Again, I've been slow because I've been so busy this week, right? So I'm pretty close to finishing Servant of the Empire. You can see it. Let's see if you can see that.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
So I'm pretty close to finishing that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a roller coaster. As his books are.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah, there's been a couple in the Serpent. There's been a couple of big. We're not going to spoil any of it. We're not going to spoil any of it. There's sort of like big plot points in the Servant, and yeah, how did you find them?
Oh my goodness. It's hard to put the book down. Let's put it that way. I've been struggling with putting it down at night, but I have to get my sleep.
Yeah,
But yeah, I kind of slowed down on my reading because I'm trying to really like when I do read, I want to like envelop it and like read it and not just like be hurrying, along. And I'm trying to like really concentrate and focus on the words and stuff instead of just trying to turn the pages.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's
I like to read like that instead of being like, oh, I have to finish this.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing with sort of like any sort of like writer such as Feist. You sort of like want to take your time with the book, and you sort of like you want to read sort of like everything, and you want to absorb anything. You want to sort of like what you are reading. You want to create what you're reading in your head, the actual world or
Yeah,
worlds in this case
yeah,
in your head, so you can actually float around in that world, and you think, oh, and you sort of like when you're reading, you think you're floating around, you can actually see a like bird's eye view of it, and you
yeah,
just like think, oh crap, it's, you know what I mean? When you're reading, you're just like, do you know? I don't know if you remember the film Never Ending Story.
yes, yes,
Where I can't remember the kids. I can't remember the character's name. But when he's reading, he actually
yeah,
visualizes everything. What's he got like you got a tray, you got the everything in there. He's like he sort of like he sort of like get enveloped in it. It
mm-hmm.
is like with their Feist, it's exactly the same. Yeah, it feels like you're actually there
Mm-hmm.
in the story. You're actually
Yeah,
in the world.
yeah. And I actually would read it and then I'm like, what? And then I'd read it again, like the same line, and it was like, oh. It would be like, wow, he really said that. Like, he
Yeah,
really did that. So yeah, I'm trying to take my time with it and just you know envelop it and not like rush through it. I wanted to get through the other ones so fast, but yet at the same time I was taking my time with them too. But with not having as much time this week, it was like I wanted to actually feel it, like read it and absorb it and not like rush through it.
yeah,
So yeah. So I'm getting there.
yeah.
I'm getting there in the book, but
Oh god, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's like with like the Mistress of the Empire, which is like the next book on of the Empire trilogy. Um, it's a thick book. It's a proper thick book. It's a proper chunky book. But it is, well, put it this way, it's jam packed full of um, action, drama, political intrigue, you name it.
Yeah.
It is absolutely rammed. And yeah, basically, it's sort of like it culminates in sort of like it does affect two worlds basically because they are because leukemia and Kellawin are linked by as described in the book. It's a rift in time and space, but what's been sort of like being described as a corridor between two worlds, bit like a corridor in a building connects two rooms
Yeah.
or connects the outside with the inside,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like it's sort of like the empire, the mistress is sort of like the fate of two worlds, or actually in the balance type of thing. So
And you
yeah,
feel it when you're reading it. You really feel that there's such a there is that balance, right? And to see a different world, like when you're reading it, the way he writes, it just opens up this other world to you, and it's amazing. It really is, just the way he writes and the way, because everything when you read it, it is like that where you're imagining it in your mind. What that plant looks like, what that animal looks like, what these houses, their architecture, what it looks like. It's amazing.
yeah, yeah. It goes from it's just like it goes from like how he describes a single blade of grass to like all the way up to like how the emperor dresses.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he
And the
actually,
colors,
yeah,
the colors, like how the colors vary in this world, like in the other world. And even the way they describe how the gold shines on their armor and stuff. It's amazing. Yeah.
yeah. It's like on leukemia, they've got like a sort of like yellowy sun.
Yeah.
Over on Kellawin, it's more greener in colour. So it's sort of like it actually that sort of like sets up how um not only obviously Feist wrote the magician
Yeah.
Silverthorn and Darkness of Sethnor. It was granted the Empire books was
Yeah.
Feist on the in the as the author, one of the authors, but
Yeah.
Johnny Wirtz actually sort of like took the lead in the books because he wanted to sort of like sort of like tell the story from the other side, the Kellawin side type of thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's fascinating. It really is. Oh, it's hard to describe. In a way, it's hard to describe, and in a way, it's not. It brings your imagination to the forefront, and it makes you think, and it makes you feel like you can just feel the passion or the in some parts of it where it's like the war part of it. You can feel the anger or that part of it. That it just it makes you come alive, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, it sort of like when I first read them, going all the way back. I think it was about 2002. Yeah, 2002. I sort of like I just couldn't put them down. Literally, just I was just like reading. I was like going good, solid. What 2 months, 2 months, something like that. I was just
Yeah.
like, and I was like in my head. I was just like, oh my god, the way they actually described every single little detail. we- I felt I was there in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you start dreaming about it? Because
Yeah,
I've started dreaming about it.
yeah,
I was gonna
yeah,
ask you that before, but I was like, I forgot. But you start dreaming about it, and it's like you're. That's how much he engrosses in. It brings you into that world as you're feeling it, right? And you start dreaming about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
that's that's the power of a good writer. It's
yeah.
when you sort of like you get so engrossed in what the authors write the books, where you're thinking when you've like sort of like when you fall asleep, you think then you start, oh my god, then you sort of like wake up and you're thinking, I just had a weird dream. I was actually in the world of Kelowin, or I was in the world of leukemia,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
in the Castle Curadory, or in the Coma Estate.
Oh,
Um,
especially when
yeah,
they with that part with the towers, with the dwarves. I had a dream that I was in those tunnels and I
yeah,
met the dragon, and it was just wild, like I started
yeah,
dreaming about these things. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like, oh well, Lisa Boo, Lisa. Basically, hold on to your butt. It's going to get wild. It's going to get much, much more wild.
Yeah. Oh.
Believe me, you're going to get it's well. Be prepared for even more wilder dreams.
Yeah. I've been trying to prepare myself, but you can't really. You just got to jump in, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
dive.
yeah. Dive in and just let the ebb and flow of the story. Let me
Yeah.
take you along.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to jump on that roller coaster and do it.
Oh yeah,
Don't think about it. Just jump in.
oh yes. Sometimes in the later on in the series
Yeah.
that you progress further, sometimes you feel like you just jumped out of a plane skydiving without a parachute,
Oh.
because Feist will take you on he will literally, he's there on the plane holding the parachute and literally pushes you out. I think you're going to enjoy this.
But the thing is, Elle, is I like skydiving. I go skydiving. So if you've never been, go skydiving. It's fun. My dad was a paratrooper, so what can I
Oh, cool.
say?
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, he will literally push you out of the airplane, and he's saying, and he will just throw the parachute out there. He's scrambling, he's thinking, oh my god! But it's in a good way. It's in a
Yeah,
proper good way.
yeah,
He will take you on a wild ride.
yeah,
He will take you out on a wild ride.
yeah,
It's
It's an adventure.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Embrace
Yeah.
the adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. You've read Tolkien, haven't you? Or
I've
at
read.
least seen the you've seen the films.
Oh, I've read
The
and yeah, I've read and watched. Yeah.
Cool. Now, and up to now, where you're at with Feist,
Hmm.
what is your sort of like comparisons between the both?
Um, they're both they're both amazing.
Yeah.
They're they're similar, but Feist has a different. Well, every author is different, right? Tolkien had a definite flow to his writing. Feist has a specific flow to his writing. Even with Johnny Wirtz writing some of it, it's it's a similar flow to his writing, but there's always going to be like, there's a comparison, but it's not the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they're similar. If you like Tolkien, you'd love these books. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was gonna sort of like ask you, do you think that Feist has taken the basic premise of what Tolkien started and went on and took it further?
Um, well, like in music, if you love an artist or a writer, um, if they're a writer or an artist that you love, you're gonna um, kind of have that a bit of the same style. Um, I think that I think Tolkien was one of Feist's books, a series of books that he read when he was younger, right? Um, so that could have kind of made him kind of go down that road, maybe, of writing like that. But it's hard unless you talk to him. I don't know if he's ever talked about who his literary favorites were. Have you heard
Um,
anything?
I've I've read a couple of articles, a couple of little interviews. He said that he had like a good few influences, um, couple of influences over his time writing these books.
Yeah.
Um, I think Tolkien was mentioned somewhere that he had that he read some Tolkien, and I think that's where he got the idea of actually starting to write about like obviously started to write leukemia, like with magician and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like I know there's been like a couple of authors mentioned in the articles that I've read.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's such he Tolkien was such a inspiration for so many writers and for so many just normal people, like average people. So it makes sense that as a writer, like when you're a child, you don't know you're gonna unless you know. Like it's hard to say what you're gonna be when you're older, right? But um, some kids, maybe that's what they knew they wanted to do right from when they were kids. Especially with reading Tolkien, I could see, a person wanting to be a writer, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so it really does bring out your imagination to read those books. So I just remember when I was a kid reading reading the books, right? So I'm just trying to picture another child. All of a sudden, you get all these imaginations, all of this, all of these mysterious places in these books, and it just brings that all out in a child, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I started to really started to read, it was like it's sort of like yeah, like I said before, it's sort of like it opens up your mind to sort of like dive into that world, and it
Yeah.
brings up you can conjure up each sort of like each book, like each person will take away slightly different things from like say a magician. Uh, with magician, each person will take something slightly different away from that book, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like, but it opens up your mind to actually say, oh, I didn't. Polk went through a
Yeah.
uh, great deal, sort of like from when you first met him on the beach in on the west coast of the kingdom
Yeah.
on the planet Leukemia to where he was at the end of the book. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah. Yeah. To watch the character arc, it
yeah,
it's fascinating to see um, how that character grows and how that character is changed, and how the characters interact, even um, in the way that Feist writes, like we were saying about the colors and the language and just everything about it, how it brings you into that world and makes your imagination just, and everybody's different. Everybody imagination would be different. Like for some people, it may be too much. I don't know.
yeah,
But some people, they don't, they may not necessarily have that flair for the imagination, or may not get that, but just the words itself, like, um, bring you into that world, right? So,
yeah. It's
yeah,
like I said, it's like each person's different, and each person will take something slightly different away from each book.
yeah,
No, it's not just like with Feist or Tolkien. It's like other authors. So I know there's some people out there who love thriller. There are people who love crime. I know there's people who out there who like romance novels. Uh,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. What's
It
funny is,
does. Yeah,
when I was younger, I used to read romance novels. Like, it was like more historical romance novels. But I think that comes from just, I don't know. Um, you know how certain, like, for a young girl, it would be more like pushing the romance novel instead of the fantasy novel, or the, that kind of thing. And
yeah,
especially when we were growing up, it was different than now, right? Like, now girls can, do a lot of things, and back then, I mean, it was kind of unheard of, so
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
which
It
is
was like
good that
yeah,
women can do a lot more and basically read what they want now. So
yeah,
read those
yeah,
fantasy novels and stuff,
yeah.
right?
It's like with that Anne Rice, the author of Interview
Interview
with a
with a
Vampire.
Vampire. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she, yeah,
That was one of my favorite novels for the longest time because
yeah,
it was different, right? It was like you didn't have that kind of a female writer um, that brought that, like that fantasy world, that different world, like a little more dark side of the world, right? So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Taken with Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein.
yeah,
Sort of, it was she wrote that. She wrote that in like the idea of it anywhere. It was when her husband Percy Shelley, Lord Byron, and a couple of other people were in over at Lake Geneva, and at the time when she wrote it was like let me get this, from what I remember, this was like late 19th, late 18th, early 19th century, and there was like a lot of scientific breakthrough at the time with electricity,
yeah,
and don't forget there was a lot of body snatching as well at the time because medical science was sort of like uh, becoming sort of like the in thing at the time.
yeah,
So a lot of so Mary Shelley sort of like had a dream, sort of like a nightmare type of thing about this mad scientist, Dr. Frankenstein, um, coupling together this monster from different body parts and using electricity to actually bring back um, uh, reanimate this particular body of coupled together body parts, and that's how the story of Frankenstein came about. It was
yeah,
like sort of like a fever dream she had.
yeah. Well, dreams they can, like they can do a lot for like my dad used to always he'd have a notebook beside his bed because if he was like trying to figure something out, or if there was a certain problem or something, he always kept that notebook beside his bed, and sometimes he would dream a solution to whatever the problem was.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And our dreams can um, bring, make us think in other ways and come up with different solutions and that. So yeah, that's cool that she dreamt that and actually wrote it, like actually started to write it.
yeah. Yeah, it's like with like I said there with the dream and everything. It's sort of like um, your conscious brain.
Yeah,
Sort of like when you're asleep, turns off to rest, and your subconscious sort of like takes over,
yeah,
and sort of like the two parts of your brain, your conscious and your subconscious, sort of like talk to each other type of thing.
yeah,
And sometimes your subconscious will come up with a solution to a
yeah,
problem, or you're thinking, or sort of like if you lost something, like see whatever it is, sort of like your subconscious will turn around and says, "Hang on, you haven't looked in that place. Go when you wake up, go over that to then you find it. And lo and behold, when you wake up, you think, oh right, okay, I found the keys, or you know what I mean, that type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. And your mind is so powerful, right? Your brain is so powerful, and it your brain you're still thinking. You're still thinking even though you're dreaming. That subconscious is still thinking about that thing that you were thinking about at 2 o'clock that afternoon.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's 2 a.m. and you're sleeping, but you're you're coming up with a solution. So I just remember that my dad telling me that, and I still to this day I have a pad and paper beside my if I think if I'm thinking about something or if some and then if I wake up I'll write it down and then I'll go back to sleep and then it's you know
yeah, yeah. I noticed. I've spoke to a lot of musicians over the years. Some of them actually, do put no pad and pen next to the bed, and sometimes they wake up and they say, "I've to come up with a cool riff or a cool lyric, cool
yeah
sort of like line." And they write it
yeah
down. In some cases, they use like they've got the phone next to the bed, and they go on like sort of like voice recording, and they write they write it down, or they speak record it, like the couple of lyrics, or like or hum uh, um, a tune because they thought of a riff, or like that type of thing.
yeah
So yeah,
yeah
it's like dreams are weird. Dreams are weird.
they can be
Yeah, your brain's even weirder. It's it's to me that to me I've seen like quite a bit of how I've seen like sort of like people like sort of like turn the brain off and literally like hold hot coals in the hands, or they can mentally block out the pain type of thing,
yeah
or the
yeah
brain can actually sort of like give you like such an adrenaline boost where they can actually pick the car up, or pull the door off a car.
yeah
You know what I mean? That type of thing.
yeah
It's it's weird. The brain, it's
there
the
there
brain.
have been recorded cases of mothers that have lifted a car off their child before. That's
Yeah,
how much adrenaline, like the dopamine or whatever it is, like it's just the rush, right? And
yeah,
it's amazing what the brain can do when you're in those situations, especially for mothers, for fathers, for like it's something you love and it's hurting, so it's like, "Ugh, I'll just lift this car off."
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen documented cases there. Like you said, I've seen those documented cases where they get so hyper focused, they get such a adrenaline boost. They will do. They become the Hulk basically.
yeah, yeah. And I
They
think that's
literally,
where that superhuman, that kind of thing came about, like with Superman or whatever, right? It's those stories. Um, I always wondered if maybe that's where some of the ideas for these superhuman strength came from.
yeah, yeah. It's like if you go to sort of like the Viking, some of the sagas, there is mention that certain type of warrior called the Berserkers.
Berserkers. I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
I've
So
heard of them. Yeah.
yeah, they're basically where they get so hyped up, so worked up, they go into a frenzy,
Yeah.
and they literally slaughter everybody in front of them.
Yeah.
Anybody around them, they just slaughter everybody. And there is like sort of documented, whether it be oral, like storytelling, like the Vikings had,
Yeah.
or written, sort of like written. And I think the Bible mentions a couple of stories. I think there's a couple of stories in the Bible where it's like, sort of like, I think it's Samson, I believe, with his long hair, where
Mm.
he believed that his hair was like the source of his power, type
Yeah.
of thing.
Samson and Delilah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that coming back to the Feist books, I think Thomas. I think they used that kind of thing with Thomas too. You know how
Yeah.
with how
Yeah.
all of a sudden he would, like, all of those memories and stuff were coming back to him, and how
Yeah.
he
It
almost
was.
got into a trance like that.
Yeah. It was. It was the armor.
Yeah.
The armor was imbued with the. It was the armor absorbed
Yeah.
the essence of the Pharaoh,
Yeah.
the Dragon Lords, the main one,
Yeah.
which I won't delve into too much detail.
But it just reminded me of that when we were talking
Yeah.
about this, right? Because
Yeah.
just to kind of bring it back to the book.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like he's sort of like the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh. Thomas embodies was his essence was when he finally died. The Dragon Lord died.
Yeah.
His essence went into the armor that he wore, the white and gold armor.
Yeah.
And sort of like then, it's like with energy, it sort of like went into, if you believe in it, when you die, your energy got to go somewhere, and the Pharaoh's energy went into the armor. And when Thomas wore the armor, he sort of like absorbed that energy, that
Yeah.
Pharaoh energy.
Yeah. And
So
and that's another cool thing about the books too, is if you're hearing about all these cool things, that's another reason to read the books. Because then you can read
yeah,
all about Thomas.
yeah, I won't go into too much detail. But Thomas, yeah, well, Thomas is 6'6", man mountain, and well, put this way, he is virtually immortal.
Yeah. I'm
He
trying to
is
think.
basically godlike.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that would, because in my mind's eye, I can just see this golden-haired, very tall, kind of maybe Viking-ish type of
Yeah,
warrior. That's in my
yeah,
mind. That's what I pictured, right? Like this very
yeah.
tall, this very very fair-haired Viking-ish character.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, he's 6'6", man mountain.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say something, but it's a major plot, and that's later on in the books. That's near the end, but I will not actually spoil it for you. I will not spoil it for you or anybody else because it basically it's a major plot point.
Yeah.
It does involve Thomas, but I won't say anything. I won't say anything. But like I said, that's about 25 books on.
I have a lot of books to go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I said, buckle up, hold on to your butt. You went in for a wild ride. In for a wild ride.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to get onto the Silkmore saga.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying.
Oh god, the
Yeah.
Silkmore saga is
Yeah.
absolutely mental.
It's gotten to where I read at night now, so that's might be why I've been dreaming about everything
Yeah,
because I've only had time to read at night, so it's like okay.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's like it's this is one of the reasons why I sort of like read through the day because I know for a fact that if I do read at night, I'll be dreaming like crazy.
It's kind of fun though. It really is.
Yeah,
It's like okay, I'll just keep reading. It's like I keep reading even though I'm sleeping.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've done that. One more page or one more chapter.
Oh,
Then
I
you
know,
ready?
and
Then
it's
you
like
do.
I got a page. I got 2 pages to go till the end of the chapter, and then it's like one more page, one more page, one more page, and then it's like okay, then that's another chapter.
Yeah, I've I've done that where I've literally like started reading at 7 p.m. In the evening. Next thing I knew, it was 7 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, that I would. I'd probably, I'd probably get a lot read in that like the time.
Yeah, I've pretty much started to with me. I've pretty much started a new book, and this is like one of the chunky books for Feist. I've got about halfway through in about 12 hours. I read
Oh,
about 400 pages.
oh, yeah, yeah, I'll finish this one. I'm trying to, I'm trying to just keep. I'll finish this one. Then I'll start the next one at a time. I have to because then that it's like my brain wants to multitask and
Yeah,
I can't do 2 books at a time. My brain wants
yeah,
to do that. Have like one book here. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. That oh my goodness, that would be interesting trying to do that. I wonder if my brain could do it.
If if I try to do that, I'll probably like you probably see brains coming, yeah, brains coming in the ears.
It would be like that left brain, right brain thing. It's like my left brain's trying to read this one, my right brain's trying to read that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh.
it's funny. It's no, my brain will probably explode if I try to do 2 books at one. Actually, read 2 books at the same time.
I oh yeah. I my brain's saying try it.
Yeah,
No, I better not. Because my brain probably would explode.
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with me. I can actually do about what something there are times where I can do about 2 or 3 things at once.
Yeah.
But I know that sometimes when I do stuff like that, I probably like me break up my brain's just like I have a major freeze. I was
Yeah.
like, no, concentrate on one thing, then move on to the next one type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I like doing 2 or 3 things at once isn't too bad, but you add that fourth thing or that fifth thing and it's like, oh, I don't know. Don't know if I
Yeah,
can don't know if I can do that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can do 2 or 3 things. I can actually do 2 or 3 things, and then all of a sudden, if something else crops up, you see, damn, it's just like, what? So then you go like, ugh,
Yeah. That one day
that,
when it was 3 streams. There was
yeah,
3 streams that were on.
yeah. Oh god, yeah. Oh god, I was flicking between all three of them. I was like, my god,
Yeah. Yeah. Because Raven's Flock was on and Grayson Report was on, and I can't remember what the third one was. But
was it
it was
nerd?
three.
Nerd?
Yeah, I think it might have
Was
been
it?
maybe, but Grayson Report was on, so I can't remember which one it was. But it was 3 streams that we were watching. We were watching.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Speaking of New Report's live now. I don't know if I don't know if
is
Lewis
it?
still is. Yeah.
Well, I know
Uh,
Raven's Flock is on at
uh,
5 or
in
5:30. An hour and a
terms
half, I
now,
think.
I was going to say it's only in about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
yeah. Uh, oh, he's not live now. He was. Uh, he was doing the Scientology.
Okay.
I think. Sorry, yeah, Lewis, for like I'm just sort of like. Oh, he's doing a walk and talk type of thing.
Okay.
So I'll watch that. Yeah, we'll watch that later.
Yeah. And I'm so happy for Steph.
Yeah, the brilliant
100,000
Steph.
subscribers.
Yeah, yes.
Yay, Steph.
We could,
Steph the Alternate.
we,
Go subscribe.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Go over to Steph the Alternate. Yeah, she does brilliant work over on her channel at Steph the Alternate.
You should put
So
a
if you
link
like
in if
it,
you can.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, yeah. So let me just get Steph's link. Yeah, go subscribe to Steph the Alternate. She is absolutely brilliant. Let me see. Share, copy link. Yeah, go to Steph the Alternate. She's absolutely brilliant. And yeah, we're going to see Lucy Boozy having a major meltdown on
On
Twitter.
Twitter. Oh.
Yeah, go subscribe to Steph the Alternate. She's absolutely brilliant. She is absolutely amazing. She
I'm
does
so
brilliant
I'm
work.
so happy for her.
Yeah. Plus, not only are we going to see Lucy Christopher Boozy have a major meltdown on their Twitter uh, because of what he said about the one in the middle, meaning Steph the Alternate. She
Oh,
he at some point, she's going to do like a UK meetup. Once she reached 100k.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, head on over to Steph the Alternate. She's, like I said, she does brilliant reporting on the royal family, i.e., Prince has been and Methane. So yeah, head on over to. She's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, and I'm so proud of Steph getting reaching 100k. So proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so proud of our Steph.
Yeah.
Or should I say, was Steph?
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm so happy for her.
Yeah.
And now we got to get the crop goth to 100,000.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
hi,
good,
General
yeah.
Scott.
Hey up, General. How you doing there, dude? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Good to see you, General.
Thanks for popping in.
Yeah. Cheers, General. You're a champion. Yeah. Now, where is Pixie the crop goth? Where is she? Pixie, where are you? Where is she? Ah, there she is. She was hiding. She was hiding. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't, well, head on over to the crop goth. We are wanting to get her to 100,000, but also, well, first let's get her to 18,000. So if you haven't subscribed to the crop goth, excuse me, head on over to the crop goth as well, because I will put the link in the description with steps. So head on over. Yeah, you too there, dude. General said that have a great day, night, conspiracy theory, whatever. Nice one, dude.
Yeah.
For that
awesome.
comment, General. Oh. 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 Sorry about that, there, dude. My fat fingers again. Yeah, come on. This fucking phone. Bloody thing. Crappy. Sorry about that, dude. Why are you not playing ball? Right. General, welcome to the wrench club. You've become a mod.
Yay, wrench day.
Bear us for 2 seconds there, Lisa. I was just getting a message through from a band. Could you take over for a second?
Yep. While he's away, make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell because it helps the channel.
Yeah, right, I'm back.
Right.
Yeah, I'll answer that. Yeah, I'll answer that message.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Speaking of interviews, on the 14th of April, which is the week tomorrow, I'm going to be interviewing Andre, from Greece.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so going to be interviewing the main singer, Andre. Brilliant singer. She's a brilliant singer. Been following her for a while now. So
And that's the name of the band too?
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a really good band. If you haven't checked them out, check out Andre on YouTube. Let me just grab the link. So, where are we? Right. Now, where are we? Here we go. So bear with me, guys. I'm just grabbing the link. Copy. There we go. What I'll do, Lisa, I'll send you the link to
Okay.
the channel so you can
Mm-hmm.
check the band out. Send it over to you, send it over on Instagram.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I thought a little bit of history here. Andre is a versatile artist. She played on Mike LePond's Silent Assassins, Macbeth, Frontier, and participated in a Vivaldi metal project. Both brilliant musicians.
Yes. Yes. I actually followed them on YouTube, the Vivaldi music project. It kind of, the Project Metal Music and the Vivaldi music project just kind of made me think. So I followed them before. This is a while back. So yeah.
Yeah, Mike LePond is absolutely brilliant. He's a brilliant musician, Mike LePond. I've been sort of like following him for the last coming up to about what 7 years now. Mike LePond.
Cool. That's really cool. When you go off, I'm gonna have to come up with something to talk about. Well, if you have to go,
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, now what do I say?
yeah.
I'll have to come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is this is the thing with like if I'm doing like a solo, sort of like a solo stream, I always have like about two, maybe three subjects, then have like a one or two backup subjects.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna have to come up with something so it's
like
not dead air.
Yeah, it's like the other day when Bastian lost his internet
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other day. Luckily, I had like a couple of backup things with like the
Yeah.
artwork, with the artwork.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry I couldn't come on that day to help you.
yeah, no worries, no
Yeah.
worries.
It's nice that
Because
Marcella and Eric were there though.
yeah, it
That they
was, yeah.
came on. Yeah. That was
Uh,
awesome.
they're doing like a little impromptu interview with Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
So yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm glad that Marcella found her kitty. So love you, Marcella, and I'm
little
glad you found your kitty.
yeah, little putty tat, little
Yeah.
putty tat.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah, it's
lollipop raindrop kisses?
yeah, yeah, it's yeah. She's yeah, Marcella's absolutely gorgeous. She's got a
Yeah.
beautiful soul.
Yeah.
She's absolutely beautiful in so many aspects.
Yeah. Well, that's for sure. Love
Yeah,
Marcella.
yeah,
And if you get a
yeah.
chance, go and listen to her brother's uh, music, Eric Allen.
Oh yeah.
Go
I'll
listen
put
to
the
his
link.
music.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Where are we? Where's our, Where's Eric? Oh, there he is. Eric's Spotify. I'll
Yeah.
put the link in the share. Copy link. Yeah. I'll put the Eric's link to his Spotify uh, in the chat there. So if you wanted to listen to Eric, please do. He's absolutely brilliant musician. Go check him out, guys.
Yeah.
And
Where,
also check the interview from the March 4th. He actually plays two songs on live on stream
yeah.
from his interview.
He's brilliant. He's
Yeah,
brilliant. And he played my favorite song,
yeah,
40
40
years.
years. Yeah,
I was crying. Not in a like sad way. It was more out of like emotional, like because it was so beautiful too, right? And
oh gosh, yeah,
oh, it just made my heart like it was just too much, so I cry. When my
yeah,
heart feels too much, it's just like I can't help it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's in a good well. Sometimes it can be a bad thing. But most of the time, if you've got a connection to, um, if a piece of music has sort of like a connection, or you have a connection to a piece of music, you will
Yeah.
um, you do sort of like have that
Yeah.
sort of like emotional connection.
Yeah. Because it was about love and loss, right? So it was like that. It just hit me, you know.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I with me, there's a good few bands out there that I've come across over the years, where I feel a connection to a specific song. It's like Grave Shadow. Um, one of their songs is called "Eden Ablaze." I totally love that song because it's sort of like I've got sort of like draws out of like emotional response type of thing. Same with Galia from
Oh,
Belgium.
yeah. Oh, they're
Yeah,
amazing. And
yeah,
Fortis Ventus.
oh
Yeah.
yes, and Hell's Throne as well from Germany.
So Eden Ablaze, right?
Yeah, by Grave Shadow.
Okay, I'm writing it down so I don't forget.
Yeah, what I'll do is, bear with me. I can grab you the video, YouTube video
Okay, if you want if
to
you can
the
send that to me on Instagram,
yeah.
that would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, share, copy, Instagram, messages, Lisaboo, and yes, go up there and that's it there. That's the video. Obviously, I took the sound off.
Cool. I think I've watched it before, but I think I have, but thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And another one, is Galia. Galia from Belgium. That is a hell of a right, Galia from Belgium. Return of Time. Obviously, I've took the sound off.
Yeah. Wow.
It is absolutely brilliant. The singer, is absolutely brilliant. She is absolutely brilliant. The whole band is brilliant. So I sent you the link. So so you can check them out for you. Check them out for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Right, yes. So if you want to watch Galia, I'll post the link in the chat there, and the song is called "Return of Time." It's a kick-ass. It is literally a kick-ass video, a song.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's another one. Another band is Hell's Throne as well. They're from Germany.
A
Ravens.
lot of awesome bands come from Germany. There's so many.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm just trying to think. There's Evelon from
Yeah.
from Finland. They're
Yeah.
a brilliant band. There's Thomas Carlson, Transmission. He's another brilliant from Norway. There's trying to think. There's a ton of bands from Italy. There's a ton of bands coming out with Italy that are absolutely amazing. There's Crystal Canyon out of Australia. There's Matasphere from Australia, another brilliant band. I'm hoping to get Matasphere back on again to do another interview because from what I'm hearing, they are going. They've been in the studio from what I've been hearing, so I'm hoping to get them back on again. Carbon Black, another band from Australia, brilliant band. Their song "End of This" is brilliant. Trying to think. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Idle War got split. Well, I've seen them live twice. Um,
You sent me the link for that one before, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I think you played
great.
them on the show.
I did, yeah. I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, brilliant band. Idle War. They're from
I have
Orange
a
County.
list.
Yeah,
I have a list of bands to do.
yeah,
So I've been looking to do more top three.
yeah. If you ever want to do a top three, yeah, well, let us know. Like a standalone video, just let us know. I'll obviously with my computer down, can't really do
Yeah.
it at the minute. Honest,
Yeah.
yeah.
How is that going to work
So
for you for Thursday?
I don't know yet. So I've got we were talking of before Kita went live. I have to take it down to the local computer shop to get to see if we can get it repaired. If not, it's going to be 300 quid to get a new one. Like until I get like full blown, like until I get like a brand new custom built one, which is going to take a bit of time to actually do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see. Well, first I'm going to see if we can get it repaired first. So
Hopefully it's just a workaround. Like
yeah,
somehow that every place is different what they want to do with it, right? If they can get it up and running.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully it's not something major.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens first. So
Well, let me know.
yeah, there's a couple of there's a few ideas. There is a few ideas that I want to implement for the channel, and one of them is quite a few of them is actually like was starting to implement more on the channel when my computer went down. But yeah, what can you do?
Yeah. Life throws you those hard balls, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I know
Yeah.
them. I know them too painfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah,
Well, hopefully we can get you up and running again.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can still do stuff with with YouTube, whether it be on the tablet or on my phone. I can still do stuff. So
Yeah.
nothing. It's not all lost at the minute. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. But anyway, let's move on to something more, bit more happier. Um, I'm not trying to dwell on that. I'm
Happy,
trying not to
happy,
dwell
joy,
on
joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah. 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 So, what? Right. If you sort of like take those bands that I sent you, um, let us know what you put like for next week, so we can actually sort of like discuss Galley and Grave Shadow. See what you think of them. Like if you when you
Yeah.
listen to the stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's
So
it's nice having you decide some of them too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I said, Galia. I've got both their albums, and they are, like I said, they are absolutely brilliant, 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 brilliant
Yeah,
music, brilliant, yeah, musicians, everything.
yeah.
Same with Grave Shadow.
I have them on my playlist already, but
Yeah,
yeah, because they are brilliant. But
yeah,
I'll listen to it again, and because there's always a fresh look at it, right? And it doesn't. If you're in a different mood, you can listen to something a million times, and certain moods have a different feel for it, right? So
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. It's like that goes for like just not just with their music. It's also to do with their reading or movies, a TV show, or whatever it is.
yeah,
Sometimes you think, oh, I want to put on like an action film, or I think I'm in the mood for like a thriller or a horror, that type of
yeah,
thing. It depends on what your mood is, really,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Well, that oh my goodness, Al Monarch is
Oh,
amazing.
that's yeah, yeah. I was going to ask you about that
Oh my
because you
goodness, Al.
yeah,
I've seen the first one and I want to see the rest. I'll have to get I think they have a week you can get free. And then I think it's like 12.99 Canadian or American. I don't know, but it'll be if it's American, it'll be more, of course, than Canadian, right? So, um,
yeah,
but yeah, that's not too bad if you want to watch. If you want to watch it's on Apple, so
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I've watched it, and yeah, it's seeing Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell
yeah,
uh, working together is it's good to see. It's literally good to see.
yeah. You can see in their eyes, right? The
Oh
way
yeah,
their eyes are shaped that they're father son.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
always loved Kurt Russell as an actor, like Snake Plissken. I mean, Escape from New York. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. And McCreary from The Thing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well, he was
yeah.
his first film wasn't that uh, a Disney film or something where it was that what was that now where it bounced around the room? I can't remember the name of that.
Flubber,
Flubber.
Flubber.
I think that was his first, wasn't it?
Just bear with me. Library search, guys. Library search.
That's that's the first that I remember him in. He was
Yeah,
pretty young
he's.
then.
Oh yeah, he started out in the '60s. Um, yeah,
For some
oh
reason,
yeah,
I think that was his first film, Flubber. I just remember that thing bouncing around.
yeah. In 1966, Russell was signed to a 10-year contract with Walt Disney Productions.
Yeah, I thought it was
Uh,
Walt Disney. Yeah.
the Russell's first film for Disney was Follow Me Boys.
Ah.
Um, uh,
I've never even heard of that movie.
I know he starred in like a couple of Disney films because I watched them years ago.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah. Right. His first film, it was an uncredited cameo. It was in 1963. And it says it happened at the World's Fair.
Ah, okay.
That was in 1963. His second film was Guns of Diablo in '66. Follow Me, Boys. Then Mosby's Marauders. That was '67. The one and only genuine original family band. That was '68. Then it goes on from there. When he did a TV film where he probably like really shot him to fame was where he played Elvis
Mm,
in '79, I think, with
yeah.
directed by John Carpenter.
Yeah, that was 2 years after Elvis passed away.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
79 Elvis TV film.
Yeah.
It was directed by, I believe it was John Carpenter.
I was a big Elvis fan.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I have some of his albums. My mom loved him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would really launch his career.
Yeah.
1979. Then obviously 1980s. You got Escape from New York, '81. The Thing in '82. He played R.J. McCready. Then cult classic Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. I saw that movie with my cousin. It was me and my cousin. I think it was just me and my cousin in Calgary.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
That movie was, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that movie. Yep.
Yeah. Then he started with Goldie Hawn in Overboard.
Oh, that was a good one. That's
Yeah.
where they
They,
basically fell in love.
they were together back
Yeah.
in early '80s.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was like the first film they were together, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then in '89 with Sylvester Stallone, Tango and Cash in '89.
That was good.
That's a good movie. That.
Yeah, I like that one.
You're also in 91 Backdraft.
Oh, that was so good.
That's a good.
I have that film, I think, on VHS. I think, or is it? I can't remember if it's DVD or VHS.
Yeah.
But I have it. I love that film. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got Tombstone.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
He also had an uncredited voice actor credit, where in Forrest Gump, where he plays Elvis Presley.
Oh, wow.
Because you do see, because he got like, I don't know if he's with Richard Nixon and Elvis Presley. Forrest Gump sort of like gate crashes, and he sort of like you do hear Elvis Presley say something. I couldn't remember exactly because it's been years since I've seen it.
Yeah.
He says something to Forrest, and it was Kurt Russell who did it. Now, in the same year, 94, Stargate.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh, yeah.
I love Stargate. Even like the TV show was pretty good, but the movies were like, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, then he got Executive Decision, good film.
Mhm.
That was in '96. Same year, Escape from Elia. Then you got Breakdown in '97. I don't think I've seen that one. Then you got Soldier with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Trying to think if I've seen that one. Probably have.
Good film. Good film. Trying to think. Then you got Sky High. Bit like sort of like X-Men type of thing.
Okay.
But that's with Bruce Campbell. He played Ash from Evil Dead films.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Yeah. Then you've got 2000s. I've seen this. I've seen this movie. He plays a lunatic in this one. Called Death Proof. Death Proof. Where he's a stunt guy, and he
Oh.
picks up these two girls, and it's a bit like tries to kill them.
Oh my god. I don't know if I've ever
It's
seen
a,
that one.
it's a good film.
Oh
It is
my
a good
goodness.
film. Let me see. Then you got he was in Fast. He was in the Furious 7,
Yeah.
Fast and Furious 7. Let me see. The Fate of the Furious. Obviously, he played Ego, the Living Planet in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2.
Yeah. That was
Once
good.
Upon a Time. Yeah.
That was he that was a really believable character. Right? For them
Yeah.
to be like father son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't think I haven't seen that one yet.
I don't think I've seen it either. That's with Brad Pitt, isn't it? I think that's Brad Pitt. I think so. I can't remember.
Bear with me. Live research, guys. Live research. It's a Quentin Tarantino film. It's all casted by DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and
Yeah.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't seen it either.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah, then you got he played Santa Claus
Yeah.
in the Christmas Chronicles too.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Good film. Good film. I've seen it. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Then the TV stuff, you got he played Lost in Space, the original series in '66. God, I haven't seen that for a long time. The original series of Lost in Space.
Yeah.
He was in High Chaparral as well. Oh. I used to watch that as well when I was a kid. And, he was in the original Hawaii Five-O with Jack Lord.
Okay.
Obviously, he played Elvis. And it jumps from 1980 to 2021, where Marvel did it. Because I've got a couple of comics myself. A series called What If. They did a TV series.
Yeah.
He played Ego in that. And then he did Demonic Legacy of Monsters. So yeah, what do you think of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters up to now?
I really like it. I really like it. Like just the way it started too. Like, because I've only seen the first one, right?
Yeah.
So
What do you
it's
what?
like, oh, it's fascinating already. Like, um, how she's finding out about her dad
Yeah.
in the first one, right? That's kind of interesting. And how
Yeah.
he was the her dad was the one that found that pouch basically that has the monarch logo on it with the tapes in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that he
Yeah.
threw
What?
up.
What? Yeah. What do you think of sort of like going from the 1950s to 2015? The constant jumping about.
Hmm, it was okay to follow. It wasn't too bad. Like sometimes you know how they pop back and forth like right away. Like I thought that was kind of interesting how they did that, where they went from like from way back to the 2015 like that. I thought it was okay how they did that. Like, did you did you not care for that or?
I loved it. I loved
Yeah,
it. I love sort of like it's what I try to keep trying to explain to people. Sometimes when they sort of like do like sort of like doing those jumps
yeah,
from like sort of like present day to sort of like say in this to the 1950s, it sort of like tells the story
hmm,
of what they say in Monarch Legacy Monsters. It's actually telling the story of what the people are actually doing in seeing this in 2015,
yeah,
the year after the Godzilla film
yeah,
with Bryan Cranston.
yeah,
It's sort of like it tells the story of what's pretty much started out to what's happening now with like Godzilla,
yeah,
on why the girlie's dad in what he's doing, or why he did what he did
hmm,
in Japan and in America.
yeah, yeah. See, I didn't mind that jump. It kind of like it actually made quite a bit of sense because then they were able to you were able to see um, how it happened, right? How these I know like in the next one it'll probably tell me a lot more because
It,
I've
it,
only seen the first one.
yeah, when you get reached to round about 5 and 6, you're sort of like it's a bit tedious. It's just like I think it's number 6. It's a bit
Okay.
more of a filler episode because it doesn't really do much. But the rest of the time, it's like pretty good.
Yeah.
But from about 7, 8, 9, and 10, that's when it gets interesting. But I
Okay.
won't tell you what happens. I won't tell you what happens.
So yeah, I really enjoyed the first one, and I
Yeah,
will be watching the other ones. It's just a matter of time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's. I'm hoping that Apple actually does the season 2 because I want to know what happens. I want to know what happens at the end of. I won't say anything, but I want to know what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'll want to know what happens then too.
Yeah,
So
because
hopefully they do.
yeah, I've I've been hearing a good few things about the new Godzilla film with Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire.
Yeah.
I've heard a few things about that, about the movie. The critics saying it's a load of crap. It's a load of crap, but the fans actually love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't listen to critics, really. I
Yeah,
don't. I listen to what the actual moviegoers say and what they're saying. Um, because I think didn't Andy go and see it? I know.
yeah, yeah,
I think Ravensflock went and saw it too, didn't they?
yeah. They did. Yeah, Andy did a little video.
Okay, I'm
Um,
gonna have to go and listen to it after.
yeah, I think Andy Dreyer put it over on Movie World,
Yeah.
I believe,
Yeah.
with Sawyer.
Yeah.
He did a little video
Okay.
with Sawyer.
Okay.
I
Okay.
know, I do believe that Ravensflock went to see it as well. Because I did see a post about with them
At the theater.
with one show, yeah, one
Yeah.
show, and was here.
Angel was
I
there too,
think
right? Yeah.
I think Angel was there as well.
Yeah. It was the three of them in the movie theater, so
Mm.
I thought they went to see it. So
Yeah, I think I know they were banging on about it the other day about going seeing it.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, it's
Sometimes
like
sometimes
yeah,
I'll wait and I'll buy the movie and then watch it at home.
yeah. That's what I do. Because I know for a fact that even in this country, going to like a movie theater, it's expensive. It's an
Yeah.
expensive thing.
Well, with the popcorn and everything else, it can get pretty expensive. Like I don't I it's been a while since I've been to a theater. Well then, you know, the stuff with stuff with the health stuff and all that jazz and then that, and then so it's been a while since I've been to a theater
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
closed
For
down
me,
for
yeah,
they closed down for
um,
like what, 2-3 years.
yeah, something like that. About a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Some sugar. But the
Yeah.
last time I was at the theater was when I went to see Paul with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw that. Yeah, Paul. About the alien.
Hmm. I don't know if I have. I don't think I have. Don't think I have.
It was a decent film. Not one of their best films. Because it was like sort of like after the no, it was in between Hot Fuzz and The World's End.
Okay.
So this was around about the time where Simon Pegg was going into the Mission Impossible films, and he was doing
Oh,
Star Trek, Star
okay.
Trek reboot,
Yeah.
where he played Montgomery Scott.
Okay. Yeah, I like the new the new Star Trek movies.
Yeah,
Yeah. They
yeah.
they they picked good actors to play
Oh
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Pine plays
Kirk.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, what's his name? I can see him. He went with Lord of the Rings and the boys played Duck Number
Mm,
40. Because Kurt Oh God. Yeah. Anyway,
I know. I can't remember his name.
Carl Urban. Played Bones. I can't think of his guys of the played Spock. Can't think of his name. I couldn't
I
pronounce
always
actually.
forget his name.
Yeah, and Simon Pegg played Montgomery Scotty.
Yeah. Yeah, he was good. I liked him.
Yeah, funny. He sort of like played like sort of like, even though that James Doohan sort of like did have like comedic elements when he played Scott, but Simon Pegg just hammed him. He just went for it. He just went for like comedic element.
I can't remember the name of the character when he was telling him, "Get off that." He was like that little.
Yeah, the little guy.
Get off that. You know, he's just telling him,
Yeah.
"Get down from there. What are you doing?"
Yeah, that was funny. That like he Simon Pegg played a blinder in that one,
Yeah.
and Thor played Kirk's dad in the 2009 film.
Yeah. That was yeah. That was sad though. That made me cry, that part.
Yeah.
To see how
Sacrificed
he was
himself.
born. Yeah.
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 How Kirk's dad sacrificed himself to save everybody else from Eric Bana's character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Good film.
Yeah, so good.
So yeah, it's a good film.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever? Did you get the chance to watch Star Trek: Strange New Worlds yet?
Which one is that? Is that the newest one, or what?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
that's. If you ever watched the original TV series of Star Trek, do you know Pike, Captain Pike?
Yes.
It's Strange New Worlds is set just before Kirk took over from Pike.
Okay. It's a standalone, right?
It's a standalone series.
Okay. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah.
It must be on because sometimes like they'll put them on a station that I don't get, and I don't watch too much TV, so.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Okay. Yeah.
It's on Paramount. Yeah. I watched. It's got two seasons. They're doing the third one. Up until to season 2, episode 9, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. But the episode 9, I was like thinking, what were you fucking thinking? Doing a fucking musical episode. As I was like thinking, Eugene Roddenberry, you're supposed to be a fucking executive producer. What the hell did you greenlit this for? I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, really a musical thing? Because yeah, the concept, what the like I said, the whole season was absolutely brilliant, except for that episode. I just couldn't. I was like, I was when I was watching it, I was like, ugh. What made it worse? Literally, what made it worse was an all singing, all dancing Klingon crew. I was like, what the hell am I watching? It was so cringy. It was so cringe. It was proper cringe.
Just listening.
It was proper cringe.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it sounds like it would be.
I was like, every so often, I was like, does it get any better? Fast forward a little bit. Oh God! Fast forward. Oh God! It was getting worse and worse and worse every time. I was when I was watching. I was like, God, 15 minutes of this. Oh,
My goodness. Yeah.
that topped it. That literally topped it. Seeing the all singing, all dancing Klingon crew. I was like, oh my God, why? Why? Oh God, it was pure cringe. It was pure hell.
And it didn't change into like a fever dream or something where it didn't happen?
It did happen. It was like it was something to do with the harmonics of this nebula cloud, which affected the. Was right on the edge of the neutral zone between the Federation and the Klingon space,
Oh my
because
god.
that's how the Klingons was affected. Because the well, put it this way, they found in real life they found out that the planet, this universe is actually the scientists in real life found that the everything in the universe has got its own music, and that's how they wrote the story. I was like,
Oh,
no, just no, just no. So the last one was good. Last episode, episode 2, season 10 was somewhat clawed it back, but I won't tell you what happens. But if you do watch it, season 2 episode, literally bypass it. That's if you don't want to like rip your ears off and claw your eyes out and rip your face off like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Can you remember the Raiders of the Lost Ark where
yes.
where they find the Ark and they open the Ark up and all the Nazis melt.
Yep. That was the cool
That's
part.
yeah, yeah. That if you do watch episode 9 of season 2, that's what you want to happen to you. You just want to melt away and fucking say, "What is this crap?" Yeah, it's just like what the hell. Ugh. What really? Well, I've seen like this Star Trek Discovery. Um, yeah, Discovery with Michael Burnham. There's only going to be the making one more final season, season 5, and God, the first 2 seasons was just constant crying. In that, it was constant crying. I was like, oh God. The concept of it was brilliant. It was, the actual storyline, but it's the way the actors were told to act. And Michael Burnham, the main character in Discovery, was constantly crying. I was like thinking, why are you directing this particular actor to actually just crying in 2 seasons, constant crying? I was just like, oh God, go here. The only saving grace for those 2 seasons was Michelle Yeoh, who played the Empress of the alternative universe. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. Really, I don't know what happened to Star Trek. Star Trek used to be like the fun. Used to be really, really good. But in the last 4 or 5 years, it's just totally torched it. Now, like I said, with Strange New Worlds, it had a lot of possibility. But what really, really, really put a lot of people off was that musical episode. It's just like really bad. So like put a lot of people off.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, it's just like yeah, it's like I said, it's just like it's a good Strange New Worlds is good, but it's just like that 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 musical episode. It was just like put a dampener on everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be so bad if it was just like if the crew was having a sort of like a bit of a party, or like on the ship and doing like a karaoke. But when the whole episode is just purely just like them singing and dancing, I was just like, oh God, really? Seeing literally um, um, Gregory Peck's grandson, Ethan Peck, singing as Spock singing. I was like, oh God, go here. Yeah, but rant over.
Okay.
Oh God. Anyway, let's celebrate that episode the better. I had to sit through that. I literally had to sit through that and watch it to see how bad it was, because I knew it was coming up. I knew the episode was coming up, and when I was watching it, and I was like thinking, oh God, how bad is it? How bad is it? When I watched it, I was, oh God, it is literally so bad. It is. I was like I said, I was cringing every single second. Every single second, that was pure cringe. it just felt like somebody running the nails down the chalkboard. Like I should say, Freddy Krueger running his blades down this chalkboard. You know, it would have been. Do you know what really would have been? Would be a bit more pleasurable than watching that. Basically, getting pins poked in, getting put in my eyes, watching that. It was that. Yeah, it's oh god, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Star Trek. I know I grew up on Star Trek, but that was painful. That episode, it was painful. But anyway, rant over. Rant over. Anyway, we're getting on for 2.5 hours. So do you want to start wrapping things up?
Yeah. Raven's flock is gonna be on.
Yeah, yeah. So guys, if you want to see if I can actually redirect, if I'm allowed to actually redirect. Where is it? So if anybody wants to actually grab the link. Yeah, it's because it's WrestleMania weekend, isn't it?
I can't remember what they're going to be talking about.
Yeah, it's the WrestleMania weekend. They're going to do the watch party.
Okay.
On the channel, because they did it last year. So where is it? Where do we have in? There we are. Yeah. Right. Yeah, they're doing the WrestleMania 40 Saturday watch party. So if anybody wants to head on over to the Ravens flock, go subscribe to them. They are absolutely brilliant. Yeah, head on over. Head on over there. They're starting in about just over 35 minutes time, where they'll be doing a watch party for the WWE WrestleMania 40 watch party. So if you want to go over there, please do. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So, Lisa, any final words before we sign off?
Be good to each other. Don't drink and drive.
Oh yes, that's the obligatory piece here. Don't drink and drive. It's a proper full-on dick move. So yeah. So guys, we'll see you later.